Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what is happening out there in the world? Happy Sunday. Um, we are studentloanjustice.org. God, that's a bright light. Hope you are all doing well out there in the world tonight. It is Sunday. The date is October 16th. I actually claimed it was Friday the 13th last Friday, and that was not correct. That was wrong. So I apologize for that. I'm sorry to throw everybody off there. We're watching Congress very closely right now. This terrible rendition of Eye in the Sky by the Alan Parsons Project I attempted a minute ago was alluding to the fact that we're watching very closely. And there's a couple of key members of Congress we are watching very closely right now. Republican Marco Rubio, Republican Ron Johnson in Florida, in Wisconsin. We are not only watching them closely, we are pushing them very hard. These are senators who are up for election right now. And certainly in the case of Florida, their state is being absolutely demolished by mostly federal student loan debt. So we've thrown the gauntlet down to both of those guys, and we've told them if they don't voice public support for our bill, S-2598 in the Senate, HR 9110 in the House, we're going to endorse their opponents. And we really don't even like their opponents, by the way. I haven't said a whole lot of anything super groundbreaking about student loans. But we will happily and gladly assist them in their efforts to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory this November. You know, guys, we are the largest untethered voting bloc in U.S. history. And first of all, welcome. If you're new to the group, we are studentloanjustice.org. We're fighting for two things: loan cancellation, but we saw what Biden is going to do, and it sucks. We will not see meaningful loan cancellation or any other solution, whatever you may want for your loans, whether it's a break on interest or some other negotiated settlement, whatever your grand idea is for your own student loans. We're not going to see that until we get the threat of bankruptcy back. So we're fighting for two things. Number one, right now, way more important than anything else, is bankruptcy. Our two bills that I just mentioned return bankruptcy to student loans. Our two bills could be passed right now. They could be passed, tomorrow, theoretically, if Congress had the will to do that. We're in very good shape, by the way. We have our House Companion Bill 9110 just was introduced less than 2 weeks ago, I believe. The chairman of the judiciary committees in both Senate and House are the sponsors of these bills. The Democrats, the DNC, has it in their party platform to return bankruptcy to student loans. So we are very, very, very close, closer than we've ever been by far in the nearly 18-year history of our group. So I hope that you all are, I don't know if thrilled is the right word. I hope you all are encouraged by how close we are, because we need you with us fighting, guys. We really do. If we've learned nothing else over the past 17 and a half years, it's that you can't sit and watch this happen. This is happening, and what we do matters. This is not happening in a vacuum. What we do matters. This group, as unlikely as it may seem, I know my hat is torn and tattered, and that's actually by design, believe it or not. These are purposely distressed hats, which you can buy, by the way, bit.ly/SLJ hats. Thanks to Lisa Ansell. And one more, by the way, vote for Lisa, and also vote. You look for Christina Belfiore on this same link. It's a contest. It's a glamour contest where two of our members have entered to win a whole bunch of stuff. They are crossing the boundary between fashion and glamour and all that stuff, Vogue, and student loans. Like, who does that? But I think it's a pretty amazing endeavor that both of them are engaged in. So please Vote for them. You can do it for free, and you can vote for both of them. Use it with. I think you need a Facebook account. That's all you need. Please do that. So we've never been closer, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're encouraged. And this is, we will probably fail if you sitting there don't help us. Now, we've got over 1 million people in our group right now, at least on paper. We've got over 1 million people on our petition. We've got hundreds of thousands of people on our various Facebook groups, Twitter, or all of our platforms, email. This should not be hard, ladies and gentlemen, but this is your battle. And if we don't get this done by the end of the year, we're screwed. I mean, literally, I don't know about literally. We are screwed if we don't get this done by the end of the year. The loans are going to be turned back on January 1st. And, even before COVID, 60% of everyone was not paying on their loans. My best estimate is that like 80%, if not 85% of everyone will not be resuming paying on their loans. It's not going to happen. So do you want to face January 1st with the threat of the leverage of bankruptcy protections in your back pocket? Or would you rather be naked and afraid and over a barrel and like open to be abused by the collection industry come January 1st? Think about that. I would hope that you do not want that to happen, and that you would very much want to have the constitutionally enshrined leverage of bankruptcy, as it exists for all other loans, by the way, in your back pocket when January 1st comes. So if that's true, then you should be helping us. And if you see our new, very awesome ticker that I just discovered this week, actually, a few days ago, do the daily action, that thing right there. We do these daily actions every single day. They are incredibly important. And if even 10%, for example, of the people on our group were doing these daily actions, which you can see right there, that'd be 100,000 people a day, overwhelming the Twitter accounts of members of Congress, key decision makers, the media, the phone lines in Washington, D.C., 100,000 people a day. And that's only if 10% of the people on our group actually do this. So we've got a massive muscle to flex. And I think we have this problem licked within a couple of weeks, or maybe a month at the most. I think we can get this thing done by November 8th when the midterms happen. If even 10% of the people on our group were doing these daily actions. So what are you waiting for? Whatever is the psychological thing holding you back, you better throw that to the curb, because it's not doing you any good. Our opposition, and we have opposition, make no mistake. Our opposition would love for you to be sitting there and doing nothing for the next month, for the rest of this congressional session, for the rest of this year. Our opposition wants you doing nothing. They want you watching. They want you waiting. They want you worrying. They want you getting ready to pay on January 1st, which almost nobody's going to do, but they want you getting ready to pay. They want you thinking of trying. They want you to pay. They want you reading Forbes magazine. They want you reading almost any of the media out there right now, which is almost all against us. That's what our opposition wants. These are your loans. This is your livelihood on the chopping block. I kid you not. This coming week is the most important week in the history of our group, and we've been around for a long time. So you need to throw whatever psychological baggage the system has put into your head. You need to throw that to the curb. You need to fight with us. And to everybody out there who is fighting, I salute you. We are the warriors. We are the veterans. We are the pioneers. And you should all be very proud of yourself. But more than that, you should be getting ready to fight even harder, particularly for the next through the end of the year. I still think we can get this done by the election, guys. I really do think that we can do that. So I'm going to look for your comments here. It's going to take me just a second to get logged in, but I have to grab my phone real quick because I need to validate myself into the thing again. Oh, there it is. So yeah, normally, I know a lot of the other groups are like, oh, what about Biden's loan cancellation? The application just came out. Oh, are you going to fill out the application? Oh, what about taxes? Guys, none of that shit really matters, honestly. This Biden student loan cancellation was lame from the beginning. It's getting lamer and lamer by the week. Who knows if it'll even happen at this point with these whole bunch of nonsense, frivolous lawsuits. I'm sure they'll probably all get thrown out, but guys, we're not going to be distracted by that. That is one of the distractions that our opposition wants you distracted by. It's stupid. And whatever it is, it's already baked into the cake. If you're watching this, it probably wasn't too impressive to you in the first place. I don't care about that. I don't even think about that. That's not important to me. The only thing that's important to me right now are our bills. I kid you not. S-2598 and HR 9110. Until we get the threat of bankruptcy back, we're going to see nothing but bullshit from the lending system, from the lending beast in Washington, D.C., and their contractors, Navient and Nelnet and Mohila, and all these people, all these rat bastards that are trying to steal free money from us. It doesn't even matter, guys. What matters are our bills. And what is going to push our bills through Congress is us. And ladies and gentlemen, we can't expect that anybody's going to help us. We can't expect much help from the media. I've only seen 2 places report on our legislation up to this point. I don't think we can count on anybody. We can't count on any of the other groups who call themselves student loan advocate groups or whatever they call themselves. Those people are full of shit. They're quiet on the bankruptcy issue. They're not fighting for this bill. Only we are. And the only thing that I can see, and if you can see something else that will compel Biden to cancel more loans, I can't see anything. Maybe returning statutes of limitations, but that's not going to happen, guys. There's no legislation for it. Bankruptcy is it. We've got to get the threat of bankruptcy back, if for no other reason, to protect ourselves come January 1st. But guys, I'm here to tell you, once we get bankruptcy back, and by the way, few people I think will even have to file, maybe even no one, just having the leverage of bankruptcy returned should be enough to compel very widespread, meaningful relief. We have people in our group like Vanjie. She borrowed $26,000 originally. She's repaid nearly $100,000 on a $26,000 loan. She still owes $132,000. Like, when the threat of bankruptcy is returned, I kind of think that they're going to be like, okay, Vanjie, you're done. You're done. Thank you. You're done. So who knows? Very good things will happen when we get the threat of bankruptcy back without even having to file. Nothing good will happen. Nothing but more of the same that we've seen for the past 17 and a half years. Nothing good will happen. Bad things will only happen, probably, unless and until we get the threat of bankruptcy back. So I can't speak for the other groups. Are they idiots? I don't know. They apparently are. Quite frankly, one of the groups is straight up corrupted. One of the other groups, we know they actually do deals with the collection industry. By the way, the collection industry, January 1st coming and bankruptcy remaining gone, is their golden unicorn. Like, the collection industry is sharpening their knives and drooling at the thought of seeing these loans turned back on with bankruptcy gone. And so, that's pretty convenient. But whatever, guys. I don't care about any of that stuff. And you shouldn't either. You shouldn't be distracted. To me, this all comes down to whether you sitting there are going to help us fight or not. You're not better than us. We need your help. This is your battle. And if you're not fighting it, then we're losing it. And that's a fact. You can't unhear that. We're the pioneers, guys. We've gotten as far as we have with these bills because of the people on this group. We wouldn't even have this legislation but for the people on this group. And that is very true. even this lame Biden cancellation that we just saw, as lame as it is, and certainly will turn out to be, even that would never have happened, but for the people on this group. This group is way more important than you might think. So if ever you were going to actually fight for your own livelihood, I'm here to tell you, it's hanging in the balance right now, whether you acknowledge it or not. It's hanging in the balance with these two pieces of legislation, S-2598 and H.R. 9110, right now. And what you do in the next month, certainly before the midterm, 3 weeks actually, and what we do before the end of the year means everything. So like I said, if you forget everything I say tonight, do our daily actions. That is by far and away the most effective, most efficient use of your time. We put a lot of thought in these daily actions. They're very well targeted. Check out today's action. You can see on the group. I'll be posting today's action on the website soon. So, okay, guys. Finally, I'm going to log in to your questions and comments. Keep it pretty quick tonight. I'm going to just go through a couple comments, questions, and then I'm going to call it a night. 79098. Sorry for the dilly-dallying. But yeah, guys, we're watching very closely. We're watching all these senators closely. And you should not only be watching your senator, you should be confronting your senator on S-2598, both of your senators, particularly if you have a Republican senator. You should be taking it upon yourself to make sure that your House representative, go to house.gov. You can find out who your House rep is there if you don't already know. You should make it your mission to get your House rep signed on to H.R. 9110 in the next week. I mean, there's no time left, guys. There's no time. This is sink or swim. This is do or die for us. And if we fail at this and our bill expires at the end of the year, as all bills will, I'm telling you guys, it's going to be fucking terrible. It's going to be a fucking bloodbath. And we are going to be served up like turkeys at the Thanksgiving dinner come January 1st if we don't get our bankruptcy bill passed. So, and there's a lot of moving parts here, guys. You know, we've got a long ways to go still. We've got these two bills, thankfully, but, you know, there's got to be a reconciliation process. There's got to be certainly a hearing in the House. There's got to be a committee vote in both Senate and House. And then there's got to be reconciliation. Then there's going to be another vote. There's a lot of things that have to happen for this legislation to get through by the end of the year, guys. Now, we've seen Congress move with blinding speed on many things, including in this congressional session, like the CARES Act, for example, the HEROES Act, whatever they call it. So Congress can move quickly, but guys, I'm just saying, do not take it for granted that anybody else on this group is going to pull your weight for you. They can't. They're busy doing their own thing. You've got to take this bull by the horns. Don't think that anybody's going to pull your weight. They won't. We need you. You have no idea how important you are right now. Where's my live stream? Okay. I think I see up like turkeys at the Thanksgiving. There I am. Okay. I can see your comments right now. I think I see up like. There we go. Hey, Kara Rodriguez is with us tonight. Hey, Kara, how are you? Still fighting the good fight. Absolutely, Kara. You know, the founding fathers are on our side. We are fighting the good fight. And, you know, there's a lot that depends on this that goes way beyond student loans. If they can do to other debt what they've done to student loans, they will. They will take bankruptcy away from medical debt. They'll take it away from credit cards. They'll take it away from car loans, from small business loans. They'll take it away from all consumer debt. And they would love to do that. This is the camel's nose under the tent, ladies and gentlemen. There's some very bad things that lead us down a path to national slavery or something like it. If we allow this to stand, we are fighting the good fight. Thank you, Kara. Hey, R. Eugenio says, why do you suppose that in California there is a law that mandates all high school seniors fill out and complete a FAFSA application? I know, right? There are two ways to conquer and enslave a country, said John Adams like 400 years ago. One is by the sword, the other is by debt. Maybe not 400, probably 350 years ago. It is very insidious what they are doing to this country through student loan debt, ladies and gentlemen. It is a dark, dark thing that some bad, bad people in Washington, D.C. and around the country, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist guy by any stretch, but this is a very dangerous cancer that we have on us. We've got to throw this thing off of our backs, off the country's backs, guys. This is our generation's battle. Some of our forefathers fought in wars. That's true. This is our war, guys. There's a lot riding on it. You cannot unhear that. So our Eugenio appears to be losing hope. I tell you, there's no stopping this government generating money off the backs of students. Government big time bet. Eugenio, I think you are way more scared of the federal government than you should be. Eugenio, everywhere that we've gone, everybody on all of our opposition, they have scurried like cockroaches when the lights are turned on. Remember that, and to any of you who are sitting there, wringing your hands saying, oh, it'll never work. Just remember this, guys. In the final analysis, we hold ultimate and absolute power over this lending scam, and it is a scam. Before the pandemic, 60%, that's nearly 2/3 of everyone, was not paying. That's before the pandemic. So what do you think it's going to be come January 1st? It's going to be like nobody, like 20%, maybe 25% will resume paying come January 1st. And a few months after that, people will be like, oh, no. I remember why student loans suck and I couldn't pay them then. Now, inflation and who knows, maybe we're headed into a recession. No, we're not doing that. So student loans are becoming essentially one large national joke right now, guys. But I think our Eugenio is very correct that this is a very dangerous problem. And this could have a very good ending. It could have a very bad, the death of this student loan program could come very slowly and painfully, or it could come quickly and cleanly. And whether we get the quick, clean death to this lending beast, this morbidly, terminally ill, big government beast, that all depends on you and whether you're helping us fight or not. The good, clean, quick death it starts with the return of bankruptcy protections. Who knows what will happen after that? But that's where it starts, and that's where our energies are focused. And we've never been closer, by the way. Like, we've absolutely never been closer. In fact, we've never even been close to this close. I can freaking smell it at this point. We've got a bill in both House and Senate. It's been through committee in the Senate. The committee hearing in the House should be happening any day or week now. So yeah, guys, we're close. This is no time to be sitting on the sidelines watching. This is the time to be fighting, because this stuff is not happening in a vacuum. So sometimes, quite frankly, I get really irritated when people come up to me and they go, oh, do you think they're going to pass that bankruptcy bill? Do you think they're going to pass it? I'm like, the future, this does not happen in a vacuum. Much, if not all, depends on whether and how hard we, the people, fight. If we fight, if even 10% of the people on our group were doing our daily actions, yeah, I'd say it'll for sure pass. Like, maybe even by the midterm elections. I don't know. But if nobody fights, then no, we're going to get fucked. So you can't sit there and pretend this is like entertainment for you. You're in this battle, whether you want to be or not. So the only question that's important, and the only question that you can answer, the only thing that you actually can control, is whether or not you fight. Either you do or you don't. And there's no probability with that. It's either you do it or you don't. So that is what you can control. That is the question you should be asking yourself and answering. And acting thusly. And by the way, it's fun to fight this battle. Many people will tell you, I think. Doug Grossfin certainly would. Doug's with us tonight, Kara. Yeah, guys, we got this. And I've blathered on way too long tonight, but I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you understand how critical this coming week is. And I hope you're getting ready to fight, because I think we're gonna kick some ass. I think, in fact, I was late to the live stream tonight because I was doing a very interesting interview. I think we're going to get this done, guys. I think we are. Which is another way of saying, I think you're actually going to help us fight. Am I wrong or am I right? Like I said, this is a question for you, and only you can answer it. So you know what to do, guys. Starts with daily actions. And let me okay, you see the voting thing for Lisa. You see the little donate thing. If you could please donate, guys, just please do it. We still need to raise around $320 this week, hopefully. So we're asking everybody to donate $10. If you can do it, please do it. All right, guys, that's it. I'm out. Let's make this the best week ever for finally solving the student loan problem. We're in good companies. The founding fathers are on our side. They want us to fight. We owe it to them and to the country to fight, and to ourselves. So let's make this happen, guys. Good luck. God bless. And Godspeed, everyone.